Hey everybody, welcome back to some more views from Town. Bruce here with you again. Well, who else would be here, right? Not me. In any case, I wanted to talk about my trip into experimental high school and table shuffleboard. Now, when I was in the 10th grade, I just really wasn't excited about public school. It was boring. I just didn't care for it. And I found out there was a high school that was being operated by one of the local community colleges. And it was being operated like a college, right? You know, you had a course, you had a class at 10, class at 4, class here, class there. You know, and I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. So I convinced my parents, believe it or not, to let me go there. And, you know, that I would graduate a half a year early if I went there because I could take the classes and get out, you know. Great. Well, I mean, once I got there, I realized that most of the people that were going to that school were hippies, you know, ne'er-do-wells, people who just really didn't care about showing up at public school or learning at public school, you know, for all various sundry reasons. So the teachers basically said, look, all you got to do is show up, sit in class, and I'll give you a passing grade. If you want to learn, you can learn. Sit in the front rows and we'll do it. So, you know, I wanted to learn, which was fine, you know. So I got engaged. But, you know, again, back to the old applying myself thing. I didn't apply myself as hard as I could. So I never finished a half a year early. I finished half a year late. But, you know, and when my mother gave me money for the little certificate to say I was a high school graduate, I used that money for other things, and she never did get a certificate. Held that over me forever. But I made a great friend named Jerry during this time at that high school. And me and Jerry just hit it off, and we became very good friends. And when I went to college, I did a radio show there, and Jerry became my buddy doing the radio show, and we were together for, you know, 4 years. So, you know, we hung together for, as buddies, oh, geez, for, you know, 6 years, almost 7 years before I left Florida and went to California. And we became really good buddies when I came back. So we kept up. So, you know, and one of the things that was interesting was there was a pub near where we lived that had table shuffleboard. And we would go there and, you know, get a pint, you know, a pitcher of beer, and we both started playing, you know, table shuffleboard. Now, my house, you know, that I lived in that had the pool that we moved to, had a shuffleboard court in the backyard. So I understood shuffleboard, the basics of it. Table shuffleboard was a little different. But Jerry and I just started playing table shuffleboard. And we realized very quickly that together we were a pretty damn good team. I was a rail shooter. I shot from the rail like this. So I could angle this way or this way, a cross angle, or straight down the rail, or into the middle of the board. And I was pretty accurate and pretty good at what I was doing. Jerry was a freehander. He shot like it was this, you know, so he would shoot from anywhere on the back edge of the board. Didn't matter to Jerry. He didn't care. And we started to realize that we were probably one of, if not the best, doubles in that bar. And we sat there for 4 years during college and probably, a year during the end of high school, I don't think we ever bought a beer, you know, because we would just go in and we would make the bet. We would go, we would beat them, and then we would sit at that shuffleboard table, and play people all night long for beer. And it was wonderful. Sorry for the phone ring. And it was great. And so table shuffleboard became something I really, really enjoyed, and I would have loved to have had a table shuffleboard in my life, in my house. Would have been wonderful. Anytime I've ever found one, which is rare, I will always go up and play it, simply because I just don't have a choice. I think it's a wonderful game. But of course, all this kind of led me to a great appreciation for curling, which most people would go, what's this guy from Florida into curling? Because curling is really just an incredible version of shuffleboard. And I love that game. I think that's the winter sport in the Olympics is curling. The rest of them can pretty much go bye-bye. It's curling. That's where the deal is. So crazy as I am, that's the deal. So, you know, I miss Jerry. We lost track of each other. Then we hooked back up for a while. Then we lost track of each other again. And I don't know where he is at this point anymore. I wish I did. But we had some great times together. And again, sorry for the phone. That's my lovely wife wondering what the heck I'm doing. So, whatever. I'm sorry. I don't want to redo the video. This will be fine. And that's my story of table shuffleboard and winning all sorts of free beer and the process of being a table shuffleboard maestro. Loved it. Peace, everybody. And hang 10.